Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer online action. Today is round 3 between myself and Shadow Online Gaming. In this round I've taken the dwarves, and he has taken the green skins. We are fighting a very cool thematic grudge match here in the Mushroom Caves. It's going to be a good time for all. Let's go ahead and take a look at the army compositions. We do have here a front line of Dwarf Warriors for my force with the Norgrimlings Ironbreakers here in the center. These guys are an incredible unit. 83 melee defense is absolutely outstanding. Expert charge defense, 25% magic resistance, as all dwarfs have. They're also immune to psychology, and they carry 2 blasting charges, 2 volleys of blasting charges, which is very, very nice. We've also got the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass here on this flank, second line of Miners for some additional blasting charges with some flank support, of course. 1 unit of Quarrelers here. We've got the Goblobbers supported by 1 unit of Slayers, and out here, riding towards the enemy, in the sky, 2 units of Gyrocopters. For Shadow's force, he does have 2 units of Orc-Boar Chariots, a very good pick against the Dwarves. He's also got this flanking force of Squig Hoppers, 2 units of regular and the Durkit Squigs, very good against the dwarfs as well. The main line here is going to be Black Orcs, so a fairly small force, but Black Orcs fittingly led by the Black Orc himself, Grimgor Ironhide. We've also got a Night Goblin Shaman here. He's going to be carrying, looks like, Sneaky Stabbin', Itchy Nuisance, and the Curse of the Bad Moon, all very good picks against the dwarves. I've also got a Rune Smith. He's got Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Another Rune Smith on the other flank with the Rune of Wrath and Ruin as well. He's also got the Rune of Negation and the Master Rune of Stromny Redbeard for that melee attack and leadership buff. So we'll go ahead and kick things off here. Shadow does also have the Hammer of Gork, Goblin Rocklobber with the Goblins here, which is going to be very nice. As you can see from the Arc of Fire here, it's sitting just outside my range. So we're not going to be getting an artillery engagement at the moment. I figured these Black Orcs were a little bit more of a high-value target, being that they can pretty much chop through all my infantry here. The Norgrimlings Ironbreakers will be able to hold out for a very long time. They would still lose that fight in the end, I think. So definitely going to be in for a rough time. You can see the chariots approaching here, going to be coming in for a frontal charge, but one of those goblins getting caught up in the trees, the other one's making some nice solid contact there with the Black Orc line. You can see the Durkit Squigs moving around the back, being countercharged by Slayers. Going to be a very gruesome fight. We're also going to bring up the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass for support. The blasting charges going off, hitting a few chariots, but the chariots getting some nice charges, disrupting this entire formation, and doing some nice damage on the way in and out. Able to cycle out fairly effectively. The Norgrimlings Ironbreakers only took 1 loss there, nothing huge, but Curse of the Bad Moon going off, sundering the armor of all these frontline troops, which is very, very nice. It also lowers their melee attack and speed, so definitely going to be in for a rough time. However, this unit of chariots takes a ton of blasting charges right to the face, takes a ton of damage right off the bat. Very, very bad time. These Squigs were able to get through onto the Rocklobber here, the Goblobber rather, but the Slayers are doing their job in trying to protect this Goblobber here. And they're going to be able to see off the Squigs with the help of the Gyrocopters. The other Squigs getting caught up on the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, not too fun for them. Meanwhile, the Black Orcs have engaged up the center. You can see blasting charges going off on all sides. Very, very brutal fight here with plenty of gunpowder. More blasting charges from the Miners in the rear as the Dwarf Warriors engage. Dwarf Warriors will get absolutely shredded here, but because of the Rune Smith and Ungrim Ironfist as well, doing some nice armor-piercing damage in here, he fears no Black Orcs. He's down to chop some of them. Oh, chops him right in the face. Beautiful, beautiful. The Goblin Knight Shaman, though, Madcap Mushrooms on him, getting him that nice refresh on his spells. We've got just Black Orcs around, winning the fight as you would expect. The Dwarf Warriors mixed with the Miners will be able to hold out for some time, but a beautiful rear charge incoming with these chariots here, probably going to break this flank up. Meanwhile, the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass are trying to scurry back towards the fight since most of the Squigs have been broken. Slayers as well running up towards the frontline engagement. The Gyrocopters being mismanaged slightly here though, no big deal. This other unit of chariots is fairly low. They haven't gotten as much work done, but Ungrim and this flank have collapsed and going to be collapsing in towards the rest of these Black Orcs. That Runesmith is being very good with the Rune of Wrath and Ruin here, and the other one as well, dealing some nice damage, perpetual damage to the Black Orcs, and now they're going to be getting back into these Warriors of Dragonfire Pass here. The Coralers are trying to extricate themselves, but they're in for a pretty bad time. Haven't done too much work, but the Goblobber is still lobbing gobs and doing some nice damage, some nice armor-piercing damage. The Hammer of Gork, though, is still online as well. Going to be doing some nice damage in here. This very pitched fight ensues here in the center. You can see the Runesmith fighting up against Grimgor. Probably not the best place for him, but he's going to try and scurry back towards safety. Those Chariots getting another really nice rear charge there. This unit of Chariots has racked up a lot of kills. Very, very effective. Let's see, 82 and climbing. So they're definitely going to have some work done by the end of this. Meanwhile, these Black Orcs just continuing to hammer away. Ungrim Ironfist fighting up against Grimgor himself in a beautiful climactic duel, and both covered in blood of their enemies. A little bit distracted by these Dwarf Warriors here, but the artillery as well on both sides just continuing to hammer down. This unit of goblins that was guarding his artillery has come forward. However, they are being besieged by their kin as the Goblobber continues to fire in. We've got the gyrocopters in position now, going to be firing into the rear of the Black Orcs. They don't do a ton of armor-piercing damage, but, you know, anything helps, and they do still have some bombs, so we're going to bring it up. And with all the blasting charges and the bombs going off all together, you can see the Black Orcs are in for a fairly rough time, getting absolutely blown to bits by the gunpowder of the Dawi, and that's going to fairly well swing the balance of power in my favor, getting those bombing runs combined with the blasting charges there from these miners on the side. It's going to break up a lot of these units of Black Orcs, and right now it's looking pretty good for the Dawi. It was pretty close there for quite a while. Well played to Shadow Online Gaming, but it looks like I'll take round 3 as well. Grimgor's not having too good of a time being chased around by Ungrim Ironfist, and actually fairly even duel. He about had Ungrim there, but it would have been a very, very close finish had they fought it to the end. But yeah, well played to Shadow for that third round. I had a ton of fun playing those games. I hope you guys enjoyed watching them. All very close, very competitive games. But in the end, Dwarf's able to pull out a victory there. The Norgrunlings Ironbreakers only got 17 kills, but they held forever in the center there, where the Dwarf Warriors broke and fled, you know, after summarily getting executed by these Black Orcs. The Norgrunlings Ironbreakers managed to hold out, and the blasting charges as well. I don't know if the blasting charges reflect accurately in the kill count. Seems like these guys should have a little bit more, but the Gyrocopter's doing some really nice work as well. 81 kills on the Goblobber against a very elite Greenskin army is very nice. Ungrim himself racking up 24 kills and almost finishing off Grimgor there, and of course the Runesmiths being absolutely instrumental with the Rune of Wrath and Ruin and other, you know, support runes and so on. For the Orc force, yeah, you can see the Black Orcs across the board, except for this unit. Getting a decent amount of kills, 101 kills on this one is very impressive. 84 kills, sorry, on this Orc Boar Chariot in the end. Very nice. 72 on the Hammer of Gork as well, and those are all dwarfs, mind you, heavily armored dwarfs, so that's no small feat. The Night Goblin Squighoppers didn't do too much. Luckily, my Slayers were able to fairly effectively shut them down, combined with the Gyrocopters. So that was very nice, and yeah, if he had been able to get through with those Squighoppers and just continually rear charge, we probably would have lost that. But well played, Shadow Online Gaming. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. We're keeping it coming with more every day, so stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time.